James Helder, IFL-TV, in association with MTK Global. I'm in calling today at Light to Box Gym, the home of Adam Booth and boxing booth, team booth, the whole booth entourage. With me, I've got none other than British champion Ryan Burnett. How are you, Ryan?
Doing good, thanks. You?
Yeah, not too bad, not
good,
too bad.
Good.
How are you finding things in the boxing booth gym now? You've had a long time to work with Adam, we're sort of settling out. How do you think you're developing?
Yeah, everything's going really good at the moment. For a while, it was just it was a very small team, but I've came back after Christmas and the house is full. We've got very good fighters here, and now it's creating a really good buzz in the gym.
You mentioned, as you say, Mitchell Smith linking up with the stable, Charlie Edwards, Billy Joe Saunders. Add that to the fighters that are already in the gym, the likes of Andy Lee. Really interesting stable.
Yeah, there's a lot of talent here, and we all seem to get on really well. We're all bouncing off each other, so there's definitely a good atmosphere at the moment.
Looking back, when you won the British title against Ryan Farag, how would you assess that performance now?
It was good. It was a good performance. I needed a fight like that, and I definitely believe on the night that was the best round for Ag. He had something to prove that night. Yeah, he was coming off a bad defeat, so I think he came there with a very good, the best round for Ag, and it made a tough night work for me. But I'm at the point in my career where I needed that, so I was happy to take it. Adam was happy, so yeah, it was good.
What's going on now? Is there anything, any dates planned in? What are you sort of working towards at the moment?
There's nothing, no dates planned at the moment, but Eddie said to keep on it, keep training properly, and there's definitely things in the pipeline. This is 2017 is going to be my breakout year, definitely 100%.
So you're looking for big fights this year potentially, big names, big sort of marquee fights.
Definitely. This is going to be a big year for me. You know, I'm ready to step up the world class. Adam thinks I'm ready to step up the world class, and I trust in Adam's work.
Would you like to defend your British title, potentially win that outright, and sort of gauge yourself at the British scene before making that leap to contender level?
Yeah, maybe I would. Yeah. See, I had a good British fight against Farag. Now I want to step up the European level. Like I would step up, and I think I beat the European champion GUERFI. That could be the next move for me, but not in the near future. I'm looking to step up the world level. Maybe another couple of fights, a bit more experience, and I could be right up there.
You mentioned KARIM GUERFI, so we know about him from what he did to Ryan Farag. He's quite a tall, awkward, rangy sort of guy. How do you think your style would get on with someone like KARIM GUERFI?
I think it would go well. I've done a lot of work with Jamie McDonnell and Gavin McDonnell, and they're world-class operators. You know, they're very good at that being long, and I've done a lot of work with them, and I know what it's like to be in there with a long guy, and I think it suits me. It's definitely something that would suit me, and it's definitely something that I'd go for.
You mentioned the McDonnells. The fact that you've worked with them in the past and stuff, does that rule out a potential clash with Jamie McDonnell down the line? Is it strictly business for you? What are your thoughts on that?
It's definitely strictly business. I think Jamie's a great lad. I get on really well with Jamie. I always keep in touch with the boys. But at the end of the day, it's business. There is no hard feelings there. It's business, and I'm pretty sure he looks at it the same way.
With you both in the same promotional teams as well, or the same thing, if it starts to build up, probably isn't the hardest fight to make in comparison to some of the other fights.
Well, definitely, we're both in the same stable, and Eddie's the boss, so it's not the hardest fight to make. But like obviously, I'm someone who's going towards a world title, so I would take anything, you know. Where Jamie, he's been there, he's done it, he has the option. Do you know what I mean? So it's something maybe to sit down and to be talked to in depth.
Also, we're quite fortunate enough to have another bantamweight champion in this country, Haskins. Obviously, getting the title off Randy Caballero in such weird circumstances. He's then defended it once since then. What are your thoughts on Haskins as a fighter?
Yeah, same again. I'm an up-and-coming fighter, and if you present the world title to an up-and-coming fighter, he's going to jump at it with both hands, and same as me. If I had a chance to fight any world champion, I would dive at it. So would Lee Haskins fight. I would love to take that course. I would. I'm an up-and-coming fighter, and getting a pop at a world title, I would run at it.
said this year, 2017, potentially you could get in the mix and get yourself to that level, but it just depends on how and what fights can be made for you.
Yeah, I definitely think this year could be a massive year for me if I'm guided correctly. This year could be massive for me.
You've relocated to Surrey now. You're not sort of around Belfast. You're here full time. What do you think Adam Booth's adding to you as a fighter? What is the enigma bringing to the table?
He's Adam's given me intelligence about what I actually have to do. All the skills there. He's just teaching me how to control my own skill, basically. That's something we work on all the time. Understanding every day, understanding what you have to do and how you have to do it. All the skills are there, but I need to sit back, peel away the layers, and understand exactly what I'm doing.
Adam's very meticulous in his preparation, in his training, in the way he approaches things. How have you handled that level of preparation?
Well, Adam's work speaks for itself. You know what I mean? He's been in the boxing scene for a very, very long time, and he's a well respected coach. So someone I've come into this gym, I've come into the gym willing to learn and willing to listen. Even if I don't understand it at the start, I'm willing to listen because I know Adam's at that level. He knows what he's doing. So to be honest, if Adam said jump, I would say hi.
This weekend just gone quite unfortunate for British boxing. Carl Frampton suffering defeat to Leo Santa Cruz in the rematch, losing his WBA featherweight crown. Did you happen to watch the fight? What were your thoughts on it?
Yeah, I watched the fight, of course. I got up and I watched the fight. I thought it was a very good Carl Frampton there on the night, but I think Leo Santa Cruz upped his game. You know what I mean? He didn't go there to fight. He went there with a proper game plan, and that sort of just threw Carl a little bit. But when you're at that level, those things can happen. If you look at all the great fighters, they've all had losses, they've all had trilogy fights, and this is just Carl's loss. This is Carl's trilogy fight, and it's a part of his legacy. So, if I'm honest, I don't think it's a bad thing. You know what I mean? Obviously, it's a bad thing, but it's not a disastrous. It's not a disastrous thing. He's going to get a trilogy fight out of it, hopefully, and it's going to be setting his legacy. You know.
You mentioned the trilogy, the potential rubber match. Can you see Leo Santa Cruz wanting to come over to Belfast after having such a big win in Vegas over Carl?
Getting him to Belfast, I don't know, but making the third fight, I think so. Santa Cruz comes across as a very genuine man, you know, someone who sticks to his word. And between Santa Cruz and Carl, there's not bad blood. You know what I mean? They respect each other. They know they're in the fight game. It's a business, and probably having that fight makes sense. You know, so it's definitely a big possibility, which I hope happens.
We're all hoping that happens, but on the flip side of that, Abner Mares has got a win title. Santa Cruz holds a win over Abner Mares, probably an easy fight to make for the promotion as well. So potentially there could be another route for him. He alluded to this in the press conference. If it doesn't happen, it'll probably be down to more the promotional teams than Leo Santa Cruz, because he seems quite a genuine person and sticks by what he says.
Well, that's what it's all down to the promotional side. You know, the promoters call the shot. At the end of the day, the promoters call the shots. Do you know what I mean? It's not often you get a boxer saying, "I want that fight." Promoter doesn't want it, the trainer doesn't want it, and the fight happens. You don't get that much. But like you said, there's definitely options there for Santa Cruz. It depends on what the public demand is.
Again, really gutted for Lee Selby, the fact he didn't get his big moment to perform in Vegas. You know, as a fighter, I dream about getting to that stage, getting to that Mecca, and it must have been very, very hard for him to deal with.
The MGM, fighting there at the MGM, defending your world title is massive. Like that's the highest you go. Absolutely gutted for him. Like I sort of know how he feels. I sort of had the same situation myself. I was ready to fight, weighed in, was in the changing room getting ready, and the doctor just came in and told me I can't box no more. I'm not allowed to fight, I'm not allowed to box. So I was gutted, but it's not a fraction on how Lee Selby must have felt. Such a big stage, and defending the world title. You know, it's bad.
Like a double kick up the teeth for him, because we're all there hoping for a potential Selby-Frampton clash. Selby doesn't get to showcase his talent, and then God has it that Frampton suffers a defeat, so it kind of throws his plans out a little bit as well, doesn't it?
That's boxing. You'd be mad to make decisions in boxing because everything can change like that. You know, in boxing, it's a very unpredictable game, and things like that happen, unfortunately.
We've also got Michael Conlon turning pro with top rank. No doubt you'll know Michael pretty well. What chances do you give him of making it to world title contention? Do you think he could be a real contender?
Definitely. I think he's definitely world class. He's definitely proved that. The amateur game and the professional game is two different sports, you know, and you'll only tell with time how someone adapts to the professional game. You look at the world class amateurs. There's world class amateurs who've gone professional and they just haven't made it. There's been something missing. But you just, with that situation, definitely got the skill. He's got everything there. You know, he's world class. But you just have to see how you perform underneath the lights with them 8-inch gloves on.
Looking at some of the fighters recently, like we mentioned, a lot of fighters have moved up from super bantamweight to featherweight. Do you see yourself staying at bantamweight, or do you think you'll naturally, as you grow older and grow into your frame, move up the divisions?
I'm 24 now. I make bantamweight quite comfortable, so I can see myself staying here for a while.
Alright. Got Booth and Coogan. I feel a bit uncomfortable. I don't quite know what's going on. Booth makes me regress sometimes. It makes me nervous. I don't know why.
Ever since you put that picture of him with the tash.
With a tash, that was great. Have you seen Booth with a tash?
Yeah.
I've seen his tribute tash from when he was in the Village People.
Believe it or not, I've also seen him with her. I've seen him with her.
That's extreme.
I got a picture of it, put it on.
Fair, he's not actually bald.
He's not. He's pretend bald.
Yeah, he is a pretend bald. He
Pretend
definitely
bald.
is. He let his hair grow for about a month and he had the full head of hair on him.
I couldn't imagine him with that. I'd definitely like to see him grow back the tash, the porno tash that was having it. It's like a Lee Selby-esque little thing. Right. Brilliant. Before we go, anything you want to add, anything you want to touch on that we haven't mentioned, mate? He's making me aggressive. Please.
No, that's pretty much everything, yeah. Just tell everyone that this year is going to be my year. This is my breakout year, definitely.
All right. Well, you're in the right place. Hopefully, big news imminent. We're waiting some announcements. So, thanks.
Big things in the pipeline, and so it's all ready to take off.
Right, Burnett. Thank you very much. We'll catch you again real soon.
No problem. Thank you.